because of this. So NaDa's Gambit, I think, pays off. He didn't kill a ton of probes with his Vultures directly, but he managed to kill a lot of probes through mines. Not a ton. We didn't see any epic, all probe death from mine drags or anything like that. Unfortunately, that would have been awesome. But he did kill several probes and stopped a lot of mining time while he got his own expansion up. And he's still not able to mine at his natural right now. Tempest, that is. Just not a. Oh my gosh, more Vultures running in. He's gonna catch these probes in transfer and kill off a few more probes as well. NaDa now microing to the fullest extent, and he's going to kill off so many probes. They're going to get... Oh, the Vultures get trapped by that pylon block, though, so he's not going to be able to just run them around all over the place. But it looks like maybe, something like 18 probes mining for Tempest, and NaDa's got to have more SCVs than that. Because he's got 2 expansions going right now. It looks like he's trying to get one last Vulture out before that factory goes down instead of floating it away. And one more Vulture does pop out! Oh, you need to migrate. Oh, wasted. Oh, that's too bad. But anyway, NaDa has taken a really nice lead here, and he's been mining a lot. Getting a starport up now, too, so I'm not sure if he's going to do a drop. He maybe do some kind of a Vulture drop, and this is just classic to see this. I mean, NaDa, he's called the Tornado Terran because of his use of mass Vultures in the past. And here we see him going just mass Vulture harass again, and it's just beautiful to watch NaDa play. But Tempest does have another expansion going up at the right-hand side, so Tempest is not as bad off as he might be, I guess. He already has the Robo up. He's got the Observatory up. He's probably going to get a Robotics support bay down right now to get some Reavers out. Wouldn't be surprised. Unless he's just going to go for mass troops and just do the expansions there. He could do that too. In fact, yeah, usually you see the Reavers off 2 bases, so he may have opted just to get a 3rd base and just macro up instead. Let's see, is he going to produce a Wraith? I think he should produce a Wraith. Yeah, he's producing a Wraith, exactly. There you go. So that's going to basically, if he does do for a Reaver drop, it's going to shut down the Reaver drop. The Wraith is a beautiful, beautiful counter to Reaver drops, because the Wraith can just go in and kill off the shuttle. And even if they have a Dragoon in the shuttle with it, it's still usually enough to kill off the shuttle pretty quickly, and then even if the Reaver does get out, then it's too penned in. And there we go. Tempest trying to make a break here with Dragoons on the front. SCV block, epic SCV block is going to block those Dragoons from getting in and killing more than just that one tank. Nicely done. Well, I shouldn't call it epic. People use epic too much, and I don't want to try to fall into that. But anyway, very good SCV block, I should say. Masterful SCV block, storing those SCVs in that little gap at just the right moment to stop. He was able to get within range of one of the tanks, but the other tanks polished off most of those Dragoons. Yeah, there's the 3rd base up now, and Tempest putting on a lot of pressure here. He does not have the Reavers, though, and so NaDa being a little bit defensive without too much need to, basically. He didn't need to be that defensive because, well, I mean, he didn't know. He didn't know that the Tempest was just going to macro up and not go for a Reaver drop and try and do some counter damage. So you can't fault him for that. But the fact of the matter is that it's not going to do well for him because now he's spent a lot of money on turrets and everything, and they weren't necessary. But he does have, wow, he's getting his upgrades going pretty quick, though. I noticed he had an armory at the top of his base. I didn't mention it earlier, but I did notice he had that, and he's had it for a while. So he could be going for, kind of a flash build sort of thing. Get that early upgrade, the early +1 weapons, get some Goliaths out. It's going to shut down Reaver drops. Well, it's going to shut down Zealot bombs mostly, I guess, at this point. And it's going to also, basically shut down carriers. If he goes for a quick carrier build or something like that, it's going to be really easy for him to defend against that. And he is actually going to... Oh, he spots the dropship, though. Wraith going in with the dropship. And that is really, really interesting. He's going to spot that. I'm curious to see how Tempest is going to react. And nice work by NaDa, though, setting up. He's got 2 tanks there. Oh, he's going to spot it. Oh, NaDa, is he going to get away? Is he going to get away? Oh, my God, the dropship lives. The dropship lives. Oh, man. Oh, man, that was close. That was close. Oh, man. So the dropship does live. It looks like he's trying to chase it down with those Dragoons. Oh no, he needs to save it. Oh gosh, the tank's polishing up the Dragoons. If he just got one more hit on that dropship, it would have gone down. I'm surprised he chased it all the way over there. That is pretty crazy. But NaDa setting up his we're going to see the true force of a Terran now here, actually, on this map. He's got those bridges to defend, and he's going to be able to set up his forces kind of in tiers so that they can defend each other. He's already got tanks on the ridge protecting that expansion there, as we saw. And it's going to be up to, I mean, yeah, it's going to be really difficult for Tempest to break it. Now, he can macro up. I mean, that's what when the Terran's entrenched in, you want to just take more bases and kind of macro up and go that route. And so that way, when you do throw away your army on their impenetrable defenses, you can rebuild your army quicker than theirs. Or ideally, you want to catch them moving out, pushing. You want to catch them while they're moving, basically. And so he may try and do that as well. He's got observers around trying to observe what's going on in NaDa's base, see what he's building. He's got that observer in a nice spot too, actually, because then he can see if he's making more dropships or anything like that. And there we go. Stargate and Templar Archives going up, so he is going to be going for Arbors, actually, not for any kind of carrier build. You know, this map would actually be pretty decent for carriers, actually. So, well, it's not the best map for carriers, but it could be decent. Oh, NaDa trying to catch those probes en route. Does not catch them, but he's going to be able to get some, though, if he micros one. Oh, the mine's getting planted down, but not really being too much of an effect. He's going to have to... I'm not sure why he's firing at those zealots instead of trying to kill off probes. He's probably not paying attention, is the only thing there. So, unfortunately, NaDa losing some vultures. And really, I think it seems like NaDa's multitasking is off this game. You know, usually he's just really, really good at multitasking. He somehow can micro his vultures as if he was paying attention only to them and still get his macro on. But he's not really microing his vultures that well today. He's just focusing more on his macro, I guess. But anyway, Arbiter Tribunal going down and a second Stargate, so we're going to see mass Arbiters here to accompany these ground troops. Whoa, those mines! Oh, one mine could go off, and oh, the mine does go off, doing a lot of damage. And now he's going to be able to polish off those Dragoons very easily. Several of them at just like a few hit points left, and even the Vultures able to do some damage there and take them out. Nicely done by NaDa. I just realized I forgot to give those shoutouts that I was going to give before, so maybe I'll do that for the next game. Because it's better to give shoutouts at the beginning of the game, I think. Anyway. I was just talking about the people from the StarCraft class, and I guess I mentioned most of them. I was going to also give, well, I'll give a shoutout now, and I'll give another shoutout later. I was going to give a shoutout to their friend Helen, who was at the class and who went out and we were eating with, and also her friend Eileen. Eileen will probably never watch this video, ever. So it's probably not, but I'll give her a shout out anyways, because she started to have dinner with us, but then she's not a StarCraft player herself, or an enthusiast, so she thought we were really boring when we were talking about random StarCraft stuff, and she went off to talk to her other friends. She ditched us. Which, I'm not blaming her for that at all. I would have ditched me too, I think. Well, anyway. But yeah, but Helen was there. She plays a little StarCraft here and there. She watches some videos sometimes, so shout out to her. It was cool talking with her as well. And NaDa just trying to push up to the middle here. He's trying to set up some static defense in the middle. The turret does keep up, and so that is well, that's not too crucial, actually. If there was like a shuttle bomb nearby or something like that, it might have been crucial. But it was not at this point. So NaDa's really he's gonna have a nice little defense set up in the middle of the map. He's gonna be able to claim his side of the map, and it is gonna be so difficult once he gets in siege mode to cross those bridges. And is he gonna try and he might go in with trying to do a zealot bomb on those to try and cross the bridges at the same time. He's got